Hello everybody and welcome to part 5 of my nano journal, Ash from the Book Network here, and it is day 11. So far I have written 14,516 words. Were I to be keeping on target of the 1,666 words per day quota, I would have written 18,326, which means I am indebted to the challenge to just under 4,000 words. And it gets worse, guys. Today, I'm not in work, I've got the day off. It's a holiday day, and I'm going to a wedding. So there's no guarantee that I'm going to get any writing done today. Tomorrow, it's Saturday, and I'm kind of booked in for this, that, and the other on that day as well. Maybe even Sunday, so I've got 3 days that are extremely grey. The culmination of words that I might write across these 3 days might be just about the equivalent to one night's worth of work that I've been doing across the weekdays, which ironically are my busier days, because those are the days when I actually have to go to work. I do all my writing in the evening. Yeah, weekends are crazy, guys. I had this problem last time. I had this problem last weekend. It kind of all, the routine just all sort of fell apart. And, you know, it's fine. It's nothing to complain about. You know, spending time with your family is nothing to complain about. Being invited to a wedding and having a bit of fun and having a bit of a party and a day off work, that's nothing to complain about either. But it does put the challenge in a bit of a worrying state. And I'm just going to do my best. I forecast that there is going to be some selected day, maybe closer to the end of the month, where I have just an insane day of writing. If I wake up one morning on the weekend and say, right, I'm going to write 6,000 words today, and I'll spread it across 6 1,000 word bursts, and then hopefully I can catch up. Is that healthy? Is that productive? Or am I just writing words for the sake of writing them? These are my worries, but it's not all bad, because this book, this story, this idea is an ongoing experiment, and I think it's going very well. That's not to say what I'm writing is particularly good. I'm pleased with it in some aspects, but I am learning as I go. I've been adhering to the plot structure that I mapped out at the beginning, and I have stuck to that to an extent, but in the last few chapters that's kind of subsided to storytelling that's a little more organic. I can feel it going in a certain way, and I'm not going to shun that sense of natural progression just because I made a plan in advance. I think the plan was written under the presumption that certain things were going to work. Well, now I'm there, and now I feel different about it. So I said last time I think it was the last video, where I said about how I had these two different ideologies of what my science fiction world was going to look and feel like, and I've kind of put both on the table and tried to merge these elements in a fashion where they can coexist, if that makes sense. I've got the rural West Country setting, and I've got this kind of strange industrial solar punky kind of peripheral to it. And I'm having a lot more fun with the latter, because I can just go wild with my imagination. You know, as a writer, if you want to write a credible book, you have to do a lot of research, and I will. But to write about buildings and towns and council representative and journalism, you know, and newspapers and all these elements that come into my book, you need to know things, and I know a few things. But it's a case of filling in the gaps, and rather than stop what I'm doing to kind of research as to what the topography of a land or what the architectural structure of a building should be, I'm kind of just making it up and using these funny little descriptions like the clock tower looked like the building out of Back to the Future, things like that, rather than actually describing it properly. So that's kind of funny, but it's okay because it's a first draft. I'm really starting to realise the purpose of a first draft. It really is to put the things in your imagination into a tangible format rather than to write a credible bit of literature. It's becoming more and more apparent that that's not the purpose of the exercise, and I'm fully prepared to embrace that because it means I'm having more fun. I got no idea if by the end of November and I somehow have managed to write 50,000 words, if the story will actually be finished, or if I'll have to spill over into December, or if I'll just bullet point the end just to wrap up the challenge, because I think by the time I get to November I'm probably going to want to put it to bed until after Christmas, just because I will have written a lot and thought a lot about this book at that point, and I think it will be healthy to give myself a break. So we shall see whether or not at the end of November I've actually finished this challenge to completion, either in written the entire book or written the word count. But as it stands, I'm going to keep going. I'm still feeling strong. Like I said, the weekend is a bit of a grey area as far as writing this book is concerned, but that's okay. It'll be alright. And I will regain the momentum on Monday, and I will recollect my thoughts on this and see where it's going and see what to do next. And that's where I'm at. Listen, anybody who's watching this video, I would love you to write your thoughts in the comments and tell me how your challenge is going, how your story's going, and most importantly, my kind of biggest challenge doing this is how you can fit writing into your day and into your daily routine and into your weekly routine. Do you section off a portion of the day where you solely dedicate to writing, or do you sporadically punch in little pockets and clusters of words as and when you have the opportunity to do so, whether you're on your break or on the bus or in the car or waiting for your tea to cook in the oven, because there's no right or wrong. I think everyone's doing this in a different way. So I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I will check back in on Sunday after the mad couple of days I'm about to have, and I will get back to you guys then. Until then, I hope it's going well. If you put the challenge to bed, you have my love and respect. You're not a failure. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't give up. It's just a challenge. It's just a bit of fun. Don't put yourself down. You can still write, and you can still write in November. All right, so this is me signing off, and I will check back with you on Sunday. Until then, have a good day. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit subscribe. You can also visit thebooknetwork.co.uk and sign up to connect with the best new books and authors, receive exclusive material for your book clubs, promote your published novel, and get access to a free database of over 800 publishers so you can find the right publisher for your writing.